My grandmother, Veronica Milazzo, decided to take her relationship with God to the next level, seeing that just attending church and prayer wasn't enough. At the age of 20, she chose to leave her normal life and enter the convent, taking on the name of Sister Mary Donna.
Amid all the dating and guys and stuff, I just decided that's not what I want. I want to be closer to God, and that's when I decided to join the Benedictine community in Cullman, Alabama. It's Sacred Heart Monastery. My grandfather on my mother's side was Papa Fidi. I can still hear him saying, "You really want to become a Monica?" I would say, "Yes, Papa, I really do." This is a brochure that was made when I first entered the convent. They used me for a model. The reason for the wedding dress is it signifies we were going to be a bride of Christ. First year they sent me up to Minnesota to a convent up there to finish my degree. The last year was at Sacred Heart School in downtown Cullman, Alabama. That was probably one of my best memories, and it was during that time, even though I was enjoying my teaching at that time, I was feeling a call to maybe this possibly was not what I needed to do. So I talked to Sister Mars for a long time. She sent me to a psychologist to make sure I wasn't, just having mental issues, and then she sent me to a priest to talk about spirituality. So I prayed and prayed and prayed. This is like from September to December, and at midnight mass on Christmas Eve, that's when I knew that the Lord wanted me to do something different. And that was 5 years that I wouldn't trade for anything. They're my roots. I had known a gentleman by the name of John Milazzo since I was a teenager. Then I went to the convent, and when I came back, he was still dating around, and he knew I was back, so he wanted to impress me with his Pontiac, and he'd open his wallet and have all these 20s, but little did I know, that's all he had. But we dated, and, it was touch and go for a while, and he was very different then. He became, he had been to the Navy, and he'd become stiff-hearted kind of person. But we got married in 1968, and stayed married and had Donald, who was born in 1970, and then Mark was born in 1981, and when Mark was about 4 years old was when we decided to part company. He was very cruel to your dad, Mason. You've heard some of those stories, haven't you?
Not all of them, but not a ton, no.
Yep. When we were having so much problem, we went to, there was this marriage counselor at UAB, and he said, if I can't help y'all to be, happily married again, I maybe can help you to be peacefully divorced. Well, I got a call from John that night, and he said, I don't need anybody to tell me how to be divorced. So that was it. He didn't want anything more to do with counseling, and that's when I picked up the phone, called the lawyer, and filed for divorce.
Although she left the convent, her strength never came from her relationship with John. Though the divorce was both emotionally and financially taxing, her faith and the love of her family carried her through.
My family now mean everything in the world to me. They mean almost as much to me as Scripture and the Bible. I look back on my 5 years in the convent as my roots. That's what made me who I am today. It taught me so much about Scripture and how to use the Bible to stay in touch with God and my feelings and my relationship with Him.